My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We have to be up early in the morning for this one because, again, the heat has been crazy. It's been pretty hot, very, very hot. So we have to be up on time early so we can get this done because I'm not doing this in the afternoon. That is definitely not going to happen. All right, let me get a few things we're going to need. We'll get this started. Now, we've had, this is why we advise people to read through the instructions that we have on the website. So that way, people aren't getting other instructions mixed up with other instructions. I've had a few people ask me about painting the surface black first before coating the application. First of all, that's a primer that we make for the not the absolute black, for the professional black 42, because there's a spray on application first, and it just takes way too many coats to get the screen that dark, that many shades. So to make it easier for the customers, we have designed a primer that they would prime the surface first and then apply the application. That's what that's for. It's the only formula that spray on, and it's the only formula that requires that. Unless you're doing a fabric screen with the 39s, then yeah, you're told to basically prep that surface, and you're not priming it. You're getting the screen to absorb in as much paint as possible, so that way you don't have to worry about getting uneven areas in the screen. That's what that's for. That's what that is strictly for. Other than that, you can roll over anything you want. So you need to get this outside, get it done, get it ready. This, we actually changed the formula a little bit. We made it darker than what it usually is. This is the primer. Right here we made our customized primer. Boom, 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 boom. First application, very easy to do. And this is our product itself. There's the product itself right there. Let me see, I need this part right here. Now, the cannon we use for doing this demonstration is a Wagner 250. And the reason why, because it's a basic, easy printer to use. It's not necessarily sprayer, not printer, my fault. It's early in the morning, people. Early in the morning, I have to be up for this. So it's a very easy paint sprayer. I said printer, my fault. It's a very easy paint sprayer to use. That's why we don't come on here with the hose and cup and compressor and all that. That's just too much, way too much. All that just to paint a screen is unnecessary. Now, if you're going to be doing a massive, large application, which I still can't see using that thing, at the end of this, too much. It's way too much. Anyway, so for the customer, basically, we use a Wagner 250. Wagner 250, number one, is affordable for the customer, and number two, it's very easy. It's pretty much like operating an aerosol can. So this right here, this is it. You're not going to have any knobs, all that crazy stuff. Just on the top of the cannon, you're just basically going to have, I'm bringing the cannon over here on the compressor. You're not going to have any crazy knobs and dials. It's an on and off button right there. That's it. And this thing at the bottom right here, this is going to control how much pressure comes out of your compressor. So everything's all in one hit, that's it. So that's why I try to make things simple and easy, not complicated for our customers. I remember when they started showing people people were building fixed frames, and it just was so much. They had to pull out all these tools just to build a fixed frame screen. It's only 4 pieces of wood. You don't do all that. You want to make it fancy, but you don't have to go through all that. So this is the color of the, I told you it's super black. That's the color right there. That's how color dark it is. I know today's going to be a bit of a quiet day. We put a challenge out yesterday. So, again, I told you, these ultra short throw projector setups are just freaking unbelievably sad. So we put the challenge out. We actually it's 3 days. They got 3 days to have a 150-inch screen on display, contrast only. I got to put the rules in the bottom of that too. Forgot about that. So, yeah, and you know what? I'm going to tell you something. We're not going to see it. And the reason why we're not going to see it is because, again, as I said at the end of the day, we can back our products up. Other people can't do it. Not only that, even with the certifiers, they kind of stick to that screen because they have a better chance of producing a better image on that 100-inch screen. And then they'll say something like, well, the company recommends you use the projector on this particular size in order to get this blah, 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 blah. We do it already on a $150 to $60 projector. So I don't even know how in the world they can't do it on the machine that they have, which is far more advanced than what we have over here. So I don't get that one. Don't understand it, don't know why. So there's no excuse for it. The companies will sit there and say, was in a forum site last night talking about the 150-inch screen, and they were saying, well, you know, the company advises that, you know, the use of projector this particular size for optimizing the viewing pleasure. Man, your projector costs more than mine. I don't know, well, you're not at 150 inches in a fully lit environment. What's going on with that? Well, couldn't explain anything. They left the room and spent all that money for that projector. And you mean to tell me you're going by what the company tells you can only do this certain particular size? You can do a bigger size than that with that projector. Your screen is just allowing you to do it. That's the problem. Screen does not allow you to do it. Nothing wrong with your projector. We can do it we take an old outdated projector and produce that image, and you can't do that on a 2022 model projector? Nah, it's a screen. Once you expand it to 150 inches, your screen's going to take in 10 times more light than the 100 inches is going to take in, and you're going to have a faster fading process. That's what's going to happen. Screen's going to be too big. That's why, if you look at the Valve projectors and the other projectors, they promise you a whopping 5,000 lumens. What the freak is 5,000 lumens going to help you out? What's going to be to maintain and keep the image? No, you're going to wash the screen out even faster. You just added more light to the equation. How are they going to even help you? It's not 5,000 lumens, by the way. It's under 5,000. They were tested. You know. No, they do that because, again, this is a way for them to showcase the screen. The screen's not going to take that much light because of the size of the screen, and on top of that, they use that whole ambient light controlled environment as an excuse due to the fact that their screens can't basically maintain in a fully lit environment, even when being certified for ambient light projection technology. And then they to calibrate your projector because the colors, they know the colors are not going to come out correctly. So let's tell the customer that they have to calibrate the projector in order to pick up these particular colors. We don't calibrate. So again, it's nothing wrong with the projector. It's the screen that's having the issue. Projectors work perfectly fine. And we can take old projectors that are no longer being used, or old projectors that are being sold cheaply on eBay, and make them do that. Then what can we do with a 4K projector, or a projector with a higher standard than our piece of equipment we have downstairs? So there's no excuse for it. The screens are crap. And that's what it is. They keep selling you crappier screens and more expensive projectors. That's the downward spiral that you end up in. Because today we're going on to see how many people matched our demonstration at 150 inches and all that light. We're not going to find any. 3 days after that, we're going to see if anybody completed the challenge. We got challenges that have been sitting around since 2019 and have not been, no one's challenged them. 2019, that's a long, way back. And this will be another one. They'll sit there for years without anyone going near it, because they can't. Either they got to follow protocol, or they definitely got to follow protocol. They're going to use the excuse, well, this is what the screen recommends. That's bull. The company recommends that because that's the best way that projector is going to look good on that screen for that showroom. That's it. Then they say, well, you know, go out and spend additional more money to get this projector, because this projector promises you 150 inches. So you can't get 150 inch on the Optima, you can't get it on the Epson, but if you buy this one and pay all this extra money, you get a 150 inch screen. That's another liar telling you. We do a 150 inch screen off a $60 projector. We don't spend $4,000 or $3,000. That's a full-faced lie right there. Right now, on my account, my Facebook account, I have 3 major companies that have hit me up to be friends. I don't bring them on my page because I know they're on it to do research to figure out who we are. They probably figure I post on my personal page. I don't. Bubble Bus, I don't post anything on my personal page. That's my personal page. I don't conduct business there. I have a page for business. That is my Crystal Edge fan page, and I got 4 other pages besides that one. You can go there and get that information, but send me a friend request, not going to work because I'm not going to accept it. You have to, I sent them an email, I show them all the picture demonstrations, showing all our screens outside, which means anything they got ambient projection pretty much can't withhold what we're showing them outside, screens displayed outside. I leave my email address at the bottom, that's where you can reach me at. Don't send me a friend request because I don't think I'm gonna bring you on my page and see all kinds of things you're not supposed to see. I never post on my page, never. I got a page for business and a page for my friends, and that's how I keep it. Besides, what would they have for me at the end of the day that would spark my interest? I've seen y'all stuff already. I wouldn't attach my name to that stuff. No way in the world I would put my name on that. No, I'm good. What would you have, honestly? Dude, we tested. We even got hit by Vivistorm. Vivistorm contacted us for a friend request. What would we need? We tested all y'all stuff. We know what you guys have. I gotta go out there and I gotta search and find new stuff to test against the new screen we're developing right now. And that screen's super jet black, so I don't know. I'll show you my friends request list on my site, on my business account on the company to contact XYZ. Yeah, they contacted us. We talked with them a couple of times. They wanted us to send out product. Ain't gonna happen. Nope. It's like all projection screens are all following each other. You're chasing each other's tails. You all follow the same protocol. Why would I want to be a part of that nonsense? So you can tell me, hey, we're going to take your screen, we're going to hook up with this high-end projector, we're going to stick it in an ambient light controlled environment for the best unit, and we're going to calibrate. I don't want to be a part of that crap. No, that's the reason why we're doing the opposite. We don't want to be a part of that. And if we come on there and we do a projector and do a screen, set our screen up over there and say we do a projector 720p. Nothing in your category, nothing at all. No 4K, no laser, nothing. We go over with 720p. We don't even calibrate the machine. We have it in an environment that's way brighter than your environment. That's going to be a problem because it's going to actually, it's going to make their screens look bad. And that's going to be a problem. So, yeah. they're going to want us to basically do their old protocol. We're not doing that. All right, so as I'm getting set up, this is what we're talking about. You like this all day, but it's not. Gotta beat up in this. I don't think it's scorching heat. That's the thing about being e-commerce. All right, so we're setting up our racks in here. As I'm talking to you, we got the rack set up to dry the screen here and here. And there is the screen right there going outside right now. Sure, we're keeping it stand. There we go. Oh, we're gonna press in on that ultra short throw. We definitely gonna press the next. I'm tired of them demonstrations. Them demonstrations get on my nerves. Now, as I said before, the reason why we chose to do the prime surface with our customized primer and with the last application, which we have there in the container, which is the 42 Professional, to cut down on the application time for the product. If we did it the original way, it'd be 3 applications right from the door. 3 applications on a screen, a larger screen, is a lot of work. That's what some people don't realize. When you do an application, a multi-application, and if you have it on a small screen, that is going to be an easier application to do because of the screen size. What if you have to do a screen size of 100 inch and up? That means your work is going to double. It's going to actually double. So what we want to do is we want to make it simple and easy. So this is what these tests are for. These are all tests. We want the final product. I know some people come on here and they're used to seeing people come on here, paint the screen, voila, we're done. No. This is first beginning stage of all this. We're just getting started. Taco hasn't even the fun we had displaying taco, those are not tests. That's me playing around with the screen. The tests haven't even started yet. You'll know when a test pops up because it'll say test right next to it. That when we go to dig it up, you know, anything that has a test next to it is a test demonstration. They're marked. Taco is just set up, we're just playing around with that. Right now, today we'll probably start doing some testing. All right, so the reason why, again, like I said, I use the Wagner 250. It's a very affordable paint spray for the customer to purchase. Very easy to use. I have a bunch of complicated knobs all over it. Very easy. This is why I don't come on there with some hose and that's unnecessary. That's just too much. Way too much. You don't need all that hose and all that just basically going and paint the screen. Bada, you're done. That's it. Simple and plain. You ever seen the demonstrations over Facebook? The tall African American guy comes on there, and people go through all these complicated tasks, and he just comes on and shows you how it's done and goes, there you go. People doing too much. Too much. Also, very important, if you clean out your Canon, you may have water dripping off of it. Make sure you wipe it down. You don't want to be over top of your screen spraying and get a drop of water on it. You don't want that. Now, customer was asking me some questions yesterday about painting. See that little nozzle right there? This controls how much pressure comes out of your compressor right there. This is what controls right there. This is what you need to hit right there. How I do it, I got that bucket there because that bucket allows me to calibrate my Canon. So I pull it all the way back to the very end so very little's coming out, and I adjust it because I want to spray it. I don't want a direct hit of paint coming out and cause lines up on the screen. Now, for those who are sitting there saying, well, he's not spraying it all the way back and forth. We do it this way so I can see if the average Joe is painting this. He may not be skilled at it. If he paints it from this way to that way, is the screen going to show any effect? Are we going to see any lines or any imperfections? Is any of that going to show up? Because imagine, now everybody's going to, so think about it, everybody's going to paint exactly like me. So let's do it in different directions. Let's see what happens. Because some customers say, hey, I'm not a professional. I don't know how to do the back and forth and this way and this way, the crisscross. I'm going to paint it this way. Some people paint it this way. That's how people do it. Make sure that it's going to be absolutely foolproof. This is why all these tests are important, even when it comes down to painting the screen. This is why I tell you when we watch demonstrations that they rush the product. That's why we put the challenges out. The challenge is any screen paint, if it's done correctly, you should be able to complete the challenge with no problem. It's not that hard. It's just displaying a 150-inch screen and a fully lit environment. That's it. And you have to show contrast only. How hard can that be? See? Easy stuff. Easy stuff. Just basic stuff that we do every day. That 1 year swap out for a 720p. We got 720p's throughout the entire house. We do that every day. So if that's complicated for them to do, then it just shows you right there from the door. You're going to have to spend money because you're going to have to buy that projector that they have in the demonstration. If it's not required and it says works with 720p, then a full year would be easy. That's why. Now, for those of you, if you want to do something like I say, there are different ways on how you can modify your paint sprayers. I like that extra fine spray that comes out. Usually when you deal with the big boys, they have larger nozzles and they can push out too much paint and you can actually end up having that drip effect or splatter effect all over your screen. That one's like spraying with an aerosol can. But if you feel like you're not getting enough pressure, or you can actually change out your compressors to bigger ones. I used to have 590s, and the 590s have big compressors on them. We would connect that to the one that would actually shoot out the stain sprayers, and we would get a lot of power, but we would also get that nice fine mist that we need to coat the screen. Taco screen over there. That's his gold screen. Yeah, I want to see a 150-inch screen. I want to see it. I'm so sick and tired of these tiny little. This is 105 inches or somewhere around that. It's 4x8. I'm tired of seeing these ultra short throw cheats. This is why I told you I don't like doing ultra short throw demonstrations. We're going to do it. We're going to do something completely different that no one else is doing. I'm going to use a low-grade projector, fully lit environment, and a massive screen size. That's something like that I can actually talk about in the day. But having a projector squeezed up on that screen about a foot away, and then saying, look, and then especially on top of that, in an ambient light controlled environment, are you kidding me? And then you're going to calibrate the machine after that? Oh man, that's such cheating. It's not even funny. Not even funny. That's why I laugh at Screen Innovation and all these other companies that do those dumb demonstrations. We have the projector. Yeah, that's a real challenge right there for you. That's why when y'all products come down here, they don't work. Because we do real testing down here. I don't know what the heck you guys are doing at the end of the day. All do the same thing, 100-inch screen. And then the other companies come out and go, well, look, their protocol is you have to be on a 100-inch screen. Let's come out with a projector and promise them a 150-inch screen. Then you don't see anybody hardly with 150-inch screens. We do see them, again, dark environments. Oh, man. Consumer gets that nonsense, and then they got to deal with it. And this is why we see the consumerist demonstrations looking like that, when nothing matches the promo. Can we at least get one person to match the freaking promo demonstration for the projector that they actually purchased, or beat the promo? Nope, not so really. Heck, even in the promo demonstration, we didn't see any contrast levels. Never do. Literally never see contrast levels. I need one demonstration I've actually seen an actual contrast, at least a start of something. No, nothing at all. If you really want to challenge, I can basically, when I'm talking about saving people's money, my ultra short throw setup versus yours. See who's saving money at the end of the day and gets better quality. You want to have that one today? I got time. I'm done today. Got my contracts done, finished, pretty much got a bit of a clean slate today. I can put that challenge out there for you know who today. Projector setup. My screen's bigger than your screen, whopping 150 inches over your 100-inch screen. My projector costs less, $60. Costs customers $200 if they were to purchase that projector. I'm pulling a 100% contrast level. You can't do that. I can do it in the fully lit environment. You can't go in fully lit environments. Not with that screen, you can't. That projector, yes, not that screen. Can't go in there with it. So, and on top of that, again, I save people more money because, again, they're not to spend $3,300 for a projector, and that screen has been tested against multiple high-grade certified screens, which shows that screen can be a $3,000 to $5,000 projection screen. You don't have any tests like that. So for you, your customers will buy a product, mind you, I hate to say it, but it's true to say what it is, that matches shelf paint. Those screens don't match shelf paints at all. We did that with the other one, the professional. They don't match shelf paint. So they'll buy a product that, again, they can literally pull off a shelf at Sherwin-Williams and do the exact same thing. They'll have to go out and spend $3,300 for a projector that they will never use the contrast levels because the screen can't see it, and they'll be stuck in a dark environment because the screen will wash out. And if I'm a liar on that one, then I expect to see a 150-inch screen displayed in your next video. And a fully lit environment. That same environment that I saw from the customer. That's what I want to see. Because as I said before, basic common sense, people. There is no way in the world that apartment is that dark 24/7. And it's not. When they first rented it out, it was not that dark. So why is it every time when that projector comes on, that apartment is so dark? Of course, so that they can get the screen to work. But you think anybody would have walked into an establishment like that and looked at it and go, gee whiz, where's the light at? No, when you go into an apartment house, they light that area up. They want you to see is how much light that area is taking in. It's a nice, bright, well-lit apartment, such and so, or house, or whatever it may be. That's the selling point. Unless you're into golf or you're a vampire. Other than that, but that place gets pretty bright. So the fact that you see those demonstrations set in that setting, that's smoke and mirrors right there. High power projector, dark environment, calibrated machine. Smoke and mirrors. So you're not saving anybody anything. Not a dime. And again, they're all stuck in the dark. Now, if your sister and he argues and says that's not true, we've seen your customer demonstrations. Every last one was sitting in the dark. Either they were too close up on top of the screen, which means they were probably coached into doing that, and the environments were just plain out dark. We saw no contrast demonstrations. The one fellow who came in, showed off his theater room setup, turned out the lights. Spent all that money for what? And just turned out the lights. So, you know your products don't work. That's why we're doing this ultra short throw to ultra short throw. So you're not saving anybody anything at all, period. And that shows to other customers that instead of going out and spending the money and getting robbed, and sorry Val, but I don't believe in your projectors. WeMax, whatever, I don't believe in your projectors. I think they're crap, and that's what I believe in. They're crap. You can't call a projector 4K if it's not native 4K. That pixel shifting nonsense is a bunch of bamboozled bull crap at the end of the day. Telling your customers when you get 5,000 lumens, it doesn't come in at 5,000 lumens. Nowhere near 5,000 lumens. It's nothing but complete lies. One thing I can say about Valva, I can contact customer support because I did test that one out, and I was able to reach someone down there to try to get samples of their screen for testing, but I was able to reach them a lot faster than WeMax. WeMax is something else, man. But anyway, yeah, they promised people that 150-inch screen, because all the other projector screens that they have are recommended at 100 inches. I think the P2 can do 120. So that's what they recommend. But they give you that whopping 150-inch screen. That's what you're going to get. Funny thing about it is, majority of all the demonstrations we bump into are 100s because of the pixel shifting technology. I've had this conversation before with them. How in the world are you expanding and basically compressing at the same time? It's like trying to jump off a cliff and you're not giving yourself a running start. You're just hopping across it. So bottom line is you need enough pixels to compress. If you're stretching it at the bare minimum, where you're getting the extra pixels to compress the screen. Yeah, there you go. So you're not getting 150 out of it. You can get 150, it's not gonna look good. And I've seen that projector. I've seen that projector from a customer who sent me pictures and I'm like, good gracious, are you freaking kidding me? That's bad. So the customer is using it in a fully lit environment, like we use in ours, and he's not getting the same results. And this is ultra short throw. So yeah, they promise you the 150-inch. They tell you that no other projector is going to give you 150-inch. You can only get it from our projector only. And then we pop up on their site with a $60 720p projector. Go, voila, 150-inch screen, more light than your environment. Look at our display. And we automatically get that. You've been banned from this particular form site. So they can't have people seeing that. So, do you need to buy their projectors to do 150 inches? No. You don't need to buy their projectors to do 150 inches. No. But that's their selling point. Because it can't be the 4K. That can't be the selling point. Especially when you can buy a projector with native 4K. What other selling point would you possibly have? besides the 150-inch display. And if you can do that on a $60 projector, what's the point of buying it? That's just like going out and buying a projector, I said before, with an insane amount of contrast. If your screen's already black, why would you need the contrast to begin with? So if you have a projector with 2 million to 1, or say it has 50 million to 1, and you go buy a white screen, do you really think that if you hit that projector on that white screen that you're going to pull a contrast level the same as a gunmetal screen or a black screen? No, you're not going to. Your screen's going to wash out. That's why the person who did the review on the P2, if you notice, the screen a projector image washed completely out. And that projector has a 2 million to 1 contrast, and it washed out completely. Again, nothing wrong with the machines. It's the screens they're being displayed against. So in order for you to get that contrast to activate, you have to have a much darker screen. So gunmetal would give you a better vantage point to be able to use that particular option and that projector. But black would give you the most supreme. But what's the point? The screen's already black. So why would you need the contrast on the projector to begin with? Yeah. That's why the projection screen companies don't like us. Well, get used to it. We're here for a while. I'm here for a while. Because that means now the consumer can go out and spend the money for a projector that may have a 2 million to 1 or 100 million to 1, and it doesn't make a difference because the screen is jet black. It's going to pull a contrast level regardless. Well, I'll tell you one thing about that gray paint. You're definitely right. It's not ambient light rejection. It's far from it. Not that. All right, people. We got our talk here. Let my screen dry and bring it in. Hit it with the fan. We'll be back on later on to display it. We're done here. But yeah, just having a little chat afterwards. But you got to think. You really got to think. You really got to think when you're buying a projector right now. You got to think. All right. This is going to be your investment at the end of the day. This is your investment. Your projector is only going to work as good as the screen it's being displayed on. That's why we put out the 150-inch screen challenge. Because if they can't back it up, and it shows you at the end of the day, our products are better. That's why I say be careful about talking about King's challenge and all that dumb nonsense, because we'll give you a challenge you can't do. The 250-inch, that was a King's challenge. Where's the screen at? You never built it. Not even done. Didn't even buy the fabric, nothing. Didn't even start it, nothing. Didn't do a thing. Now we're hitting from home. I got an ultra short though set up upstairs. I can go upstairs right now. I can turn my projector on. I can watch outer space. They can't do that. My goodness. Oh, the industry, the industry, the industry. So much worse is the knockoff projectors. Feed you a whole bunch of lies and then sit there and tell you, this is how it works. Except for the difference between us, we come in here and we show you how it's supposed to work. All right, well, that being said, I'm going to be popping over to a forum site today with our ultra short though setup. Have a little fun over there, showing off our 150-inch screen at $60, a $60 720p projector. My favorite projector is the SVGA. That is my ultimate favorite projector right there. Because when they see that screen and all that light, they're like, what the freak are you using? We show them that $150 SVGA projector. Oh, the shock and awe. I freaking love it so much. Man, I love it. All right, people, got to go. We'll be back in later on. Thank you all for your time. Be safe, and God bless.